Painting at home with a file in hand, blinging up tipsy, got the sleuthing planned. Nails by Miss T, I craft and I slay, with true crime tales while we polish all day. Charms, chrome killers and glue, DIY nails with a crime-loving crew.
Hey everyone, it is T. Welcome back to my channel. I really appreciate you being here. We are going to look at my latest Born Pretty PR that was sent to me. I am very thankful to Born Pretty, and I would like to say thank you for everything that they sent me in 2025. I am very grateful. They have been nothing but wonderful to work with, and I am, like I said, very appreciative. If this is your first time at my channel, please, I would ask that you subscribe. It does not cost anything, and it is a really big help to me. So please. Let's talk about what Born Pretty sent me this time. They reached out to me and asked what I would be interested in trying out, and I'm trying to, and I've said this in a few videos, get outside my comfort zone with some of the colors and choices that I make, right? I think that it just helps me as a nail artist grow to be able to use colors that I would say are not normally colors I feel comfortable with. So when I pick these colors out, two of them were with that thought. The third, when you see it, you'll understand. I had to have it. It's so cute. And I also wanted to try out their 5D sculpting gel. So we're going to try this out today. I have a really simple, like wintry design in mind, but let's look at what I got first. First thing I got was their 3-in-1 nail prep. I will be using this the next time I put on a set of nails, and I will let you know. I will record that. But I have to say, when I open this and smell it, it does not smell horrible, y'all. It doesn't have that horrible chemical smell. It almost has a slightly flowery smell to it. It is like, it shocked the hell out of me. But the chemical smell that I was expecting, because all of my other primers, I'll be truthful, all smell very chemically. This one just, it was kind of pleasant. I was shocked. So that's the first thing I got. The next thing I got was this taupe color. Now, I went through a phase where everything needed to be a phase of nude, right? I was doing all sorts of nude. I wanted to take it off so you can get a better idea of what it looks like. The right side is shiny, the left side is matte. This color is TS07 Slate Light. It is from the Milky Jelly Gel collection. And like I said, it is a slate, or not slate, I'm sorry. It is a taupey color, which is not a color I would normally gravitate, but it is a syrup gel too, which I absolutely love. So I decided to pick this one up, have them send it to me because I wanted to try something a little different. It is a nice 15 ml bottle. The new bottle shape is quite lovely. I really like it. So that is the first one we got. Again, Slate Light TS07. The next color, you will completely understand why I had to have it. Look at that. It is so cute. It is like pink with speckles in it and a little bit of micro glitter. I mean, I had to have it. It screams tea, let's be truthful. It is such a tea color. Please don't look at my janky cuticle. My janky cuticles, I need to put some cuticle oil on. Again, the new bottle, 15 ml. It is called Blossom Flurry TS20. It is beautiful, people. Look at this color. Oh my gosh. I was just like, yes, please. Yes, please. Yes, please. Send this to me. Now, I think you're going to be shocked. I did not choose any cat eyes, not a single solitary cat eye. We are going to use a cat eye in this design, but I did not choose it this time. It was sent to me prior by Born Pretty, so it is a Born Pretty cat eye. I will show it to you in one moment. But the last color I chose is called Smokey Rose. And again, the Milky Jelly Gel collection. let's look at the swatcher real quick. Sorry about that. So here's our swatcher. It is a very deep, rich color though. Look at that. It's yummy. When you see this, oh, this color did not disappoint. I mean, look at that. I'm hoping you'll be able to see on the wand how deep and rich it is. I mean, it almost looks black on the actual brush. So we're going to use those three colors. Again, super excited about them, outside my comfort zone with our design today. We're also going to use their MY77 Flowing Light White Cat Eye. It is from the White Cat Eye. Pardon me, it just says White Cat Eye magnet. When you look at it, it is very silvery white. We are going to actually use that underneath these jellies on one of the nail. Then we are going to take their 5D sculpting gel and make a few, almost like a bracelet bangle type look for the one nail. So it has a nice viscosity. So I'm really hoping it will look really pretty. We're going to add a little chrome to it. Just a nice quick wintry design. First thing I'm going to do though is, these are the 4 nails that we are going to do. Let's talk about our design. We're going to have 1 nail of each of these 3 colors I've chosen. This 4th nail will then be sectioned into 3 different areas, 1 area for each color that we've chosen. We're going to put down that cat eye, like I said, before we do the 3 sections, so that we have like 3 little cat eye lines, magnetized lines right here on the nail. Then we'll put our colors over that. We will use our 5D to separate each one of those colors and give it a little bit of a chrome. So that's what we're going for today. We will also, on these 3 nails, probably add a little bit of bling at the end. But let's go ahead and start with them so we can see what they look like. We're going to prep each nail with the 3-in-1 nail prep first. It's just going to help that polish stick to the nail, so that we do not have to give it a little buff. So we're just going to chemically give these nails a prep by going over. Again, I can't get over it. Almost, I'm trying to think, it smells kind of like bubble gum maybe? I'm getting bubble gum today. I'm just shocked at how pleasant it is, because we know some of our nail products are quite chemically smelling. I mean, there are chemicals after all, but the smell can be quite intense on some of them. I know when I do acrylic, for instance, I have to make sure, doesn't matter what time of the year is, windows are open in the house, and I have a fan in the nail room window drawing air out, so pulling the air out of the nail room, because that smell will linger and the whole house will smell like monomer. This, like I said, I am utterly shocked at how pleasant it smells. We're going to start with Smokey Rose. Again, it is TS26 from the Milky Jelly Gel collection. Say that 10 times fast. Milky Jelly Gel. Or if I had said that to my mother, you know what her response would be? 10 times fast. My mom can be a little bit of a smart ass. So if you wonder where I get it from, I get it from her. It was passed down one generation to the next. Look at how this color. It almost reminds me of like a kind of a berry jelly blood color. It is that deep, deep color like that. All right, so I'm going to let it sit for a second so we can watch it self-level. I have noticed these polishes. This is the second, or I've gotten one of these polishes in a PR package before, and they do level really nicely. So we're just gonna make sure it's a nice thin coat, not too much. I'm gonna let it sit there so we can see what it looks like after it levels out a little bit. Again, we're gonna use Blossom Flurry TS20 on one of our nails. This color, when I saw it, I was like, oh my God, I have to have it. It's so, so pretty. It's got the little speckles in it, and y'all know, if you've been around my channel, I love polish that has anything in it. Speckles, glitter, you name it. I love the furry polishes. I know that they are very controversial right now. Some people love them, some people hate them. I am on the love them team, but I do know that there are people that like they see that and it instantly is like, no thank you. I don't want any fuzzies, anything like that in my polish. I'm gonna let this one sit for a sec too. So let's look at that first one. It has leveled out quite nicely. There's a little bit of streaking, but again, it's a jelly and it's the first coat. So we're gonna do 2 coats on each one of these. We're gonna let this one, I'm actually gonna turn this one upside down really quickly. I feel like I have it a little thick right here, if you can see. That was just a little too much. One of the things that is a goal for me in 2026 is trying to just clean up the little things on the nails that sometimes I feel like I get a little lazy with. Like I'll put on a coat that is just a little too thick because I'm trying to hurry up a design. Let's be honest, in the long run, does that hurry it up because I'm doing this, I'm zhuzhing it, making sure it looks nice, right? So those are just things that I've been thinking about. Then in 2026, I am going to make an effort to work on. Let's move that one out of the way. Our third color we have is the Slate Light TS07. Again, Milky Jelly Gel. Let me put the swatch rings by the bottle so I don't lose them. I am currently on the hunt for a missing nail stand that is here somewhere. I hope and pray it did not accidentally get thrown away, but if it did, you know, that's just the way things work out. Should have been a little bit more careful with it. It's one of my Gen B ones too, which is kind of like, I'm hoping and praying I will find it. This color is, again, like I said, a nice taupey color. It's outside my comfort zone for sure. I would not normally ask for a shade like this. I would normally ask for like something with sparkle or glitter or something. But I wanted to, like I said, try to get some colors that are outside my comfort zone. We're going to put that in, let it cure 60 seconds, and while that's going on, we're going to do our second coat of the Smokey Rose. Okay. Whew. So here are our 2 nails we have so far. We've got this one here with the Smokey Rose, that really beautiful red jelly. Oh, look at that. It's so gorgeous. Then we have our Blossom Flurry nails. And this just, for me, I feel like this says, hello, wintertime. Those look like snowflakes, snow coming down. All right, we have our third nail here. Now with our third nail, we're gonna do something, sorry, let me get adjusted in the chair. We're gonna do something a little differently. We are gonna go in with a cat eye on each one of these 3 areas. We're going to do them one at a time. So I'm going to take the nail and basically divide it in thirds. I'm not worried about it being a absolute perfect division of the colors and the cat eye in thirds, okay? That is not what I'm looking for. I do want to try to get it on smooth and even. I don't want to put too much on. This is a water cat eye type cat eye, so when we activate it and then use our magnet, I'm looking to have it become clear. So first we're gonna pull all that. Right, I want it on top of that nail. So now that we've got that on top of the nail like that, what I'm going to do is I'm going to use this bar magnet right across the top here. And I'm looking to get a nice line. We're going to cure that. While that is curing, I'm going to grab the other nail out. So these are our 3 nails currently we have, right? And then we are going to do our lovely little accent nail here. We've got that first line on there. We're going to go in and do the second third of the nail. Like I said, I'm not really concerned about the cat eye being exactly a third of the nail. You are going to not really see it. I just want that stripe. I want 3 stripes on this nail. We're going to grab our magnet again. I'm going to try to pull that so we've got the most of it out. Let me grab this other magnet, see if I can get it to come over a little bit better. It's a matter of the angle you hold it at too, because I may not be seeing exactly what someone else is seeing. All right, so we've got that on the top right. We're going to put our magnet on it again, just holding it so we get that straight line where we want it. Pull that away. We've got 2 lines on it now. We're gonna flash cure that, do our bottom third of the nail, then we'll go on to the next step. Okay, so we have our 3 stripes on our nail. We're going to put our lid on our cat eye. Again, that was NY77 Flowing Light White. Did you like that? That was my radio voice there. My announcer voice. Hello, welcome. Totally kidding, totally kidding. All right, we've got these 3 nails so far. We've got this nail that we have our 3 cat eye stripes on. Let's go ahead and start with our, our Smokey Rose. I am going to try to make sure I have a brush that just has a little bit of gel on it. We don't want to go in really heavy-handed with this. We've already got those layers on the nail, so we're just trying to add that color, the specific color, over top of that one section that we did. So I'm just going to be really light-handed with it, try to make it nice and smooth and even, going across the nail. We will do 2 coats of each color because, like I said, I want it to be nice and thin so that you can see that cat eye line. I just think it will add something. That is our first section. All right, we're gonna let that Subtle for 1 second. I think that's better. I like where that goes better. I do want to clean up this one little spot here. We are going to use the 3D, like I said, so that may be covered. But again, one of my goals is trying to make sure that when I'm doing a design, things like that, little things that make it more complete looking, I take care of. This is what we're working with right now. I really like that. Okay, in the nail it goes. We are going to give that probably about a good 15 seconds to cure. While that's going on, we're going to grab our Blossom Flurry. Blossom Flurry is going to be the next coat that we do. Now this one is a very transparent color. That's why I was saying we want to be very thin, because we're going to have to do probably 3 thin coats of this to get it to the opacity that I want. All right, all I want to do is kind of, let's look at this really quickly. I felt like there was a section of it like right there. When we look down, it's slightly too thick. All right, we're going to cure that. Okay. Here's where we are sitting. I almost feel like now it would have been smarter to put the darker color between the 2 lights so that you'd have more of a pop in between the 2. But it's okay. We're going to be fine. Let's see what we have here. See, I was concerned about losing that cat eye. We may go in and do another layer of that cat eye because it's starting to get lost on the bottom and the second section. I'm not going to do another one on the top because I do want it to keep it that kind of very pinky looking stripe. Get that magnified. Activate that sucker so you can really see it. Come in with our bar again, and we're going to put that where we see our other one. Excuse, my hand was in the way. And I'm going to hold it at an angle so I can see where I want it. I'm hoping you'll be able to see it on camera. All right, in the lamp goes. That Blossom Flurry is so pretty. I do not want you to not be able to see it in its gorgeousness. All right, here we go. Holding it here as long as possible to get as much of that pulled up there. That is going to be it on that nail. We are going to give it a nice top coat. Just to even everything out a little bit. So we've got our 3 sections there. I think doing that cat eye on top of those 2 at the end was probably the way to go. Now that I look at it though, look at that. I did not do a very good job of 2 coats on the top nail. Look at that. It's like you can totally see that I did not do a nice smooth coat like I should have. So we are going to do a third coat on this red after all. Thankfully, you'll still be able to see that cat eye pretty well, I think. Just going to give it a nice coat, matte top coat, so that none of the chrome sticks to the nail where we don't want it to stick. This is a really thick matte, matte top coat. So it does help with like how the nail is not exactly 100% smooth. So as you can see, it has help with that. We're going to put that in the lamp and give it a full 60 seconds to cure. Once that cures, we're going to wipe it down with alcohol. And then we're going to work on putting our 3D element on it. While that's going on though, I am going to give this nail, I think I'm going to wait, because I do, like I said, I want to add some bling. So I'm just going to give this a little bit of a buff, these other nails, to take away some of the shine. Nothing crazy, just a little bit. I just want to take away the shine so that when we go to put top coat on, that top coat will stick. That's another one of the things that I think I tend to like cut corners on, is something like that, like being like, oh, you know what, instead of buffing it and taking off the shine, I'm just going to hope that my top coat stays really well and sticks to the nail, to the top coat that's there, the new top coat, right? Sometimes it wells, then it makes me angry, then the nail gets thick. I'm like, why don't you just take like literally the 15 seconds it takes to buff it, to take the shine off, and you don't have to worry about that anymore, right? Okay, this is where we're at right now. Ooh, I think it's looking interesting. I'm liking it. Okay, we are going to go. Now with this, I'm going to put it on a palette and use a liner brush to put it on, because I am not the greatest at putting it on using like the tube. So I'm going to take it and use a liner brush. I feel like that will probably work better for me. We'll see. I could be completely wrong. I'm just putting it between the colors we already have. So those colors are our guide. I feel like this stuff, it levels out nicely. So that is kind of cool. All right. Ooh, that line, but look at that line, how crooked that is. So now that I see it from this angle, I see I kind of need to go up a little bit this way, here, and down this way. Okay. 60 seconds in the lamp. Here is the silver we're going to use. I'm trying to be very careful. I spilled it, as you can see, but just want to put it on that 3D that we put on there. And the top one, going to use this cleanup brush just to take a little bit of that off, make sure we don't have any silver where we don't want it. There is our nail. We are going to top coat this now. I'm going to use a really thick top coat. Before I do that though, I am going to make sure that that chrome is really stuck and burnished into our 3D. Okay, here we go. I want a nice, thick top coat to kind of encapsulate all of this. But we do want something that is going to self-level quite nicely to cover up a little bit of that bumpy pink polish that we used. The Blossom Flurry with all the little pieces in it. Okay. I like it. Yes, I do. That is going to go into the lamp and it's going to cure for probably a good minute and a half, 2 minutes. We're just going to let that go for the cycle. Let me grab the top coat I want to use. And we're going to work on the pink nail first. So let's move the other two out of the way. Our stone placement is kind of going to be in the same pattern that we have going with our accent nail, right? So in bands across the nail. Now, question is, do I like the way I place that? Okay, I'm going to leave that one that way, giving it a full 60 seconds. This one is going to be very simple. Nothing too crazy on it. I'm thinking about just possibly doing the end of the nail or the cuff. This polish is nice and thick. Now, if I was going to be wearing these, I would not be putting them on with just a top coat. I would be putting them on with a gem glue with a top coat over them. But these are just our practice nails. So we're not going to go too crazy on them. I think we are going to go along the bottom of the nail on this one with the smallest stones. Ooh, not if you drop them though. Maybe a bigger stone in the middle, because I don't think I'm going to have enough to do little stones all the way across. So we're going to go in with this bigger one. And one more little one if we can. Just trying to make sure that none of the stones are going past the tip of the nail. So super subtle on that one, just on the very end. I decided to mix it up on this one and just kind of go a little random with my stones. Okay, I may add in, I did want to add in a couple just in different sizes. I think it adds a little something. Just want them to look kind of randomly scattered across the nail. So I felt like that needed to go this way some. Everything's kind of moved towards the middle. We're smoother now. And in she goes. I do think I want to add maybe a couple of little stones. I'm going to put one here and one here. I'm feeling a bit of that. And it goes 60 seconds. All right, we have our finished design and I'm happy with it. I like it. I think it's fun. It's different. Okay, so here is our final design. I am liking it. I hope y'all love it. Thank you, Born Pretty. I really appreciate all the support this year. It has been amazing. I want to wish you all peace, love, and joy. Mwah. Love ya.
Fixing colors, designs on the go. In a world where mysteries glow.